is Amos with Backpacker Diaries. Carly over at Last Grownup in the Woods tagged me to share my top 5 pieces of gear for hiking or backpacking. Wanted to talk about first my headphones that also double as a microphone. These are Bluetooth equipped. They provide a lot better audio than the built-in microphone that comes on my camera. They're great for listening to music or, more often in my case, podcasts. And if you've seen my list of favorite podcasts, then you know that I'm a podcast junkie on the trail. Most of my hikes are solo, so it provides some great company being able to put just the one earbud in. I always leave one ear without an earbud just so I can hear what's going on around me. Obviously, I want to be aware of my surroundings, but still have some good company on the trail. So these Bluetooth headphones, these ones are LG, really help me enjoy my hikes that much more. And to go along with my headphones is my phone. I also use as a camera for these video productions that I share on the Backpacker Diaries. iPhone 6 SE. It comes as actually the same size as an iPhone 5, just like this, but I really like the size, and I imagine it's a little bit lighter than the bigger versions of iPhone 6, although I haven't weighed it out. The phone, of course, functions as a GPS unit, a camera for photos and videos, and also for podcasts. There's some other neat little tools that I like to use on the phone as well. Not only the clock, which can sometimes be helpful, but also the View Ranger. If I want to see what peak I'm looking at, I can pull up the View Ranger app and have a look. Of course, that's all included on my iPhone 6 as a multi-use tool. Next, I want to talk about the Jetboil camp stove that I like very much. I'm the type of guy that really enjoys having some coffee in the morning and some hot breakfast, whether it be a hot cereal with dried fruit that's been rehydrated with that hot water, or a dish with dehydrated powdered eggs mixed together with whatever dehydrated starch and dehydrated vegetables. Yeah, it's really nice to have that hot breakfast in the morning, and of course for dinners as well. So I have a Jetboil Zip that I use here that I find works real well for what I do in the backcountry. It was something that was introduced to me by my Uncle Gene back when I started in 2014 on these backpacking adventures. Even though the Otter Outdoorsman video recently demonstrated the MSR version of a similar product, heating up a little bit faster, as I said in the thread for that video as well, I'm still on Team Jetboil. I'm feeling pretty committed. You could definitely tell this one's been used. It's got some fatigue, but still ticking and still working really well for me. Next, I also really enjoy my Manfrotto off-road walking sticks. It was their first foray into hiking poles, and they're not the most durable. They've definitely taken a beating. I really like the advantages of having the camera mount here. So especially if I know that I'm going to be shooting video in the backcountry, I really like to have these hiking poles along for the trip, and they're quite lightweight as well. I talked about these poles in another video, so I would encourage you to check out the review I did when I first got them a couple of summers ago. And then last but not least, the REI Quarter Dome tent is a tent that I've had since last May or so. It served me really well on the Appalachian Trail and the other miles I covered in later summer and early fall. It's not as light as the copper spur tent that I used to have, but the fabric and the poles are more durable, and not as heavy as the REI Passage 2, which is luxuriously large, but a couple pounds heavier with the footprint and everything. So yeah, I could definitely recommend the Quarter Dome for a one-person backpacking tent. So those are my top 5. The Bluetooth headphones by LG, the iPhone 6 SE, the Jetboil Zip, the Manfrotto off-road walking sticks, and the REI Quarter Dome. And now I'd like to tag 3 channels that can tell us about their top 5 pieces of gear for hiking, backpacking, or in the case of Brim Scout, maybe for float trips as well. I'd like to tag Brim Scout, Jenny Hikes, and also the Wye Explorer. If you want to, you can let us know what your top 5 pieces of gear are for your hiking, backpacking, or float trips. And you can check out all of those channels at the links below or on the cards embedded in the video here. And you can also find affiliate links to some of the pieces of gear that I've mentioned. And that's actually the best way to support my channel, is if you can go through one of the affiliate links. It provides a small kickback for me and helps support what I do here on the Backpacker Diaries. Even if you don't buy that exact piece of gear, any shopping you do, something like within 24 hours of opening up that affiliate link, will be giving me a small credit based on what you purchased on Amazon. And I encourage you to subscribe and like my videos, share them around if you enjoy what I'm doing here at the Backpacker Diaries. And that's all for now. See you next time.